Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Today I am going to discuss about loading the data into Snowflake. There are two types. One is bulk loading, another one is continuous loading. Let us go in detail. So loading the data into Snowflake comes with the bulk load and the continuous load. Understanding the data ingestion strategies in modern data warehouses. Data loading is one of the most important steps in building a data warehouse. The way data is loaded affects the speed, cost, freshness, and reliability of the analytics. There are two major data loading approaches there: bulk loading and continuous loading. Let us explore both, understand when to use each, and see how they work in the cloud data platforms like Snowflake, BigQuery, and Redshift. So data loading. I'm going to get some data from the source. It can be the structured data, semi-structured data, unstructured data, CSV file, Excel file, JSON file, Avro, some different kinds of files, and can be the APIs as well. But simply getting the source file, we cannot process the data. We have to load the data into the Snowflake data warehouse. So you have to first load the data into the landing stage or the staging table or in the intermediate table. In the some layer of the Snowflake, you have to first load the data. The way you are going to load the data, it is going to affect the speed, cost, freshness, and reliability. What is the speed? How fast you can do the analytics and you can do the processing of the data based on the input data. Cost. What are the transformations you want to do with the data? Suppose you are getting the raw data. You want to load it in this landing stage. Then you want to do some transformation. It can be the lightweight transformations or heavy transformation. Depending on the transformations, it is going to cost it. It can be the full refresh load with the historical data or with the incremental load. The full refresh load is less costlier than the incremental load. The incremental loads are a bit costlier. Incremental load means you are going to check whatever the data you are going to get from the source file. It is greater than this current date and time stamp. It should be for today's date. That is what you are going to check in the incremental loads. The cost of this data loading, whether it is a full refresh or incremental, so mostly it comes along with the Snowflake as well as the DBT. That depends on the cost of the data. Freshness. Freshness means, for example, I'm going to load the data into the Snowflake. After some 12 hours, I'm going to check whether there is any change in the source data. If there is a change in the source data, then there is a source freshness is there. Similarly, after 24 hours, if there is any change in the source data, then that comes under the freshness of the data. Clear? So, freshness means within 12 hours and 24 hours, how much of the data has been changed in the source that will be reflected in the Snowflake. So, we have to maintain the freshness of the data. If the freshness of data is not maintained, that means you are not changing anything in the source. The data after 24 hours, it will become the stale data. So reliability, based on the speed, cost, freshness, and the way you are going to load the data into the Snowflake, it is going to help us for the reliability of the analytics of the data. There are different ways you can load the data into the Snowflake. You can load the data using the Snowflake query. You can load the data using the Snowflake UI, and you can load the data using the SnowSQL. There are two major data loading approaches, or bulk and continuous load. So this allows us to understand when to use bulk load and when to use the continuous load while working in the cloud platforms like Snowflake, BigQuery, and Redshift. What is data loading? Data loading means moving data from source systems like applications, logs, or APIs into data warehouse for analytics. This process can be done in the large chunks, that is bulk, or in a small frequent batches called continuous. Typical data loading pipeline are source to staging to data warehouse to BI tools. The choice between the bulk and continuous loading depends on the data volume, frequency, and business needs. So you will be having the data from different source systems like APIs, Excel files, CSV files, JSON files, Avro, Parquet files. You have to load this data into the Snowflake data warehouse to do the further analytics. So you have to load this data into the Snowflake for further analytics. So the data warehouse will be having the source data, that is the raw data, and you are doing some transformations. So the transformed data, the process data also will be there in the Snowflake. That is extremely, we are going to use it only for analytic purpose. This process can be done in two ways. One is the large chunks, you are going to send bulk data at a time, or small batches, you are going to load it continuously. The first, it will come to the source, to the staging level. Staging means it can be the internal stage or the external stage of the Snowflake. Internal stage means you are going to take it from the local file into the Snowflake stage. External stage means it is going to come from the S3 bucket to the Snowflake stage. From there, you will be loading the data into the Snowflake data warehouse. After the data is stored, first initially it will be the raw data, and you will do some transformation. The data will be processed, and again it will be going for the reporting, that is the BI tools. The choice between the bulk and continuous, how much of the data you are going to load. I want to load only every half an hour, five files from S3 bucket to Snowflake. Every 20 minutes, I want to load 5 files from S3 bucket to Snowflake. That is continuous, small files loading. Bulk loading means I want to load almost 2000 data, 3000 data, millions of data into the Snowflake at a time. That is called bulk loading. It is a very interesting concept, and this is where you will be practically working in Snowflake. What is bulk load? That is batch loading. Bulk load means loading a large volume of data, usually at the scheduled intervals, nightly or hourly. Why we are loading it in the nightly or hourly basis for the large volume of the data? Because you are going to load the millions of data into the Snowflake, where the human intervention should not be there, where the warehouse should not will not be interrupted, and even though the warehouse size is small, it will be auto scaled, as well as it has to happen continuously. So suppose in case I'm trying to load the the bulk volume of the data, but at the same time some production issue is going on, some production data process is happening. That time I cannot keep it as an interval of the hourly or scheduled interval, because it will be disturbed because of the production data. So what I'll be doing, I have to load the data in the night where the human intervention will not be there, where the production testing will not be there. That time I will allow the data to load continuously into the Snowflake. Key features. Data is collected and loaded in batches. Efficient for very high volume historical data. Historical data means for many years, for almost 5 years, you are going to load the data into the Snowflake data warehouse. Efficient for high volume historical data. High volumes means billions of data. Ideal when real-time updates are not required. So that time you no need to bother about the real-time updates. You are going to maintain the historical data in the Snowflake data warehouse. Uses staging files like CSV, JSON, or Parquet in the cloud storage. Example, S3 or Azure Blob. So you may be taking the source files CSV, Blob, and Parquet file from the cloud storage like S3 bucket. So this is the way how the batch loading is going to happen. Bulk loading, the commands are using the copy into command. You are going to load the data into the table from the external stage or the internal stage. File format is CSV file, and on error continue. On error continue means, yeah, if the file is having some issues, if we give on error equal to continue, it is going to skip those records which is not a proper record, and it is going to load the data. Means, for example, you are having the bad data in your source, but I want to skip the data which are not in the proper format. So I'm going to skip those data and I'm going to load the data into the Snowflake. But according to me, giving on error is equal to continue. It's not a very good practice because the data you are going to skip that may be important for your transformations or processing or analytics. So better to give the proper format so that all the records are important for processing, and see to that you are avoiding loading the bad data into the Snowflake data warehouse. Bulk loading. Advantages: high throughput for the large dataset. It is supportive for large dataset. Simpler ETL design and easier to manage. It will be easy for you to manage. Less frequent warehouse usage equal to cost savings. So at a time you will be using the warehouse to store the data, so that very frequently the warehouse will not be used. So one-time storage, one-time access. Disadvantages: data freshness delay. Updated only after the each batch. So once, if you are going to schedule the interval of loading the data for one batch for 1 hour, after 1 hour, this completion of the loading of this data from this batch, if any data has got changed in the source file, that will be reflected in the batch. So there will be a time delay. Requires scheduling and monitoring. So for this batch loading, you need to schedule like how long you want to load this data, whether it is for 1 hour or 2 hours. And you have to monitor the data, whether it is properly loaded without any missing of the required data for the transformation. Use case: nightly load of sales data from ERP systems. So the sales data from ERP system is the best example, and it will be scheduled in the night time so that the huge process of a huge loading of the data will be there. And weekly backups or historical imports are mandatory. So every week you can take the historic backups of the historical data in this kind of loading. Continuous loading means streaming or micro batch. Continuous loading means loading the data in small frequent batches. This is closest to the real time. Because in the bulk loading, it is completely for the historical data. This is to the everyday data. Every day I want to upload some files from the S3 bucket and I want to show in the reporting. So that's what it is close to the real time. Data ingestion happens continuously or every few seconds or minutes. Every few seconds, every minute, the data ingestion will be having from S3 bucket to the external stage of the Snowflake. From there, it maybe through the snow pipe. Yeah, it has to happen through the snow pipe. It will come to the external stage. From there, it will be loading to the Snowflake table. All happens through the pipe operator. Keeps warehouse data fresh and up to date. So as you are going to receive it every minute, so there will be no delay. So if any change in the source of the data, it will be reflected immediately. Often powered by the tools like Kafka, Snowpipe, and Dataflow. So create pipe. You should create a pipe for this. You should use the copy into command to the table from the external stage, and the file format is JSON. These are the commands you have to maintain for the continuous data loading. Continuous load. Snowpipe automatically loads the new files as soon as they appear in the cloud storage. Advantage: near real-time data availability. Yeah, you can see the data in the real-time availability. I mean, whenever the data is uploaded, it will be in the Snowflake data warehouse. If there is any change in the source data, that one also reflected in the Snowflake data warehouse. That is called it is a real-time data availability. Automated and event-driven loading. So it is a event-driven loading. It will check for the notification from the AWS S3 bucket. The Snowpipe will get the notification. The file is ready to load. Yes, put the file to the Snowflake data warehouse. Second time, it will get the notification from the S3 bucket. The file is ready to load. This is called event notification. Ideal for analytics dashboard. Disadvantages: slightly higher computer cost due to constant processing. Constantly, every minute and every seconds it is processing. So the cost will be high, more complex to monitor and debug. So it will be more complex to monitor. So you should be keep an eye on them to monitor that. Use case: real-time behavior tracking. For real-time, this is a perfect applicable. IoT sensor or clickstream data is example for that. And financial or stock analysis is also the example for this. So the features are frequency, data volume, latency, complexity, cost, and use case. Coming to the bulk and continuous load, frequency, scheduled hourly or daily, ongoing or real time. Data volume, large batches, small frequent chunks. Latency, minutes to hours, seconds to minutes. Complexity, simple setup requires automation tools. Cost, lower, it is slightly higher. Use case, historical or periodic data, real time analytics. These are the comparison between bulk and continuous data load. Use bulk loads for initial or historical data ingestion. If I want data for few years, use continuous load for incremental data time. For example, I want to see the data for today in the reporting. That time only you have to go for the continuous data loading. Combine both bulk for old data and continuous for new updates. You can use these two strategies in the real-time example. Monitor pipelines for failures and automatic recovery. So when you are doing this process, you should have the eye on the pipelines wherever the failure of loading of the data is happening. If the failure is happening, then what is the automatic recovery process for that? And compress and the format data files for faster loading. Whenever you want to load the data, either using the bulk load or continuous load, see to that the data is formatted properly. So bulk load loads data into the larger batches, efficient for static or periodic updates. Continuous means streams data frequently for the real-time insights. Every day's data. The bulk load is historical data, previous years. Continuous load is everyday data. The best strategy often combines with the approaches of performance plus freshness. Thank you all. I hope this session was interesting. If you have any queries, or if you have any, if you need any updated content on this, please post your queries in the below link so that we will be reach out to you to take your queries, and you can submit your queries there. Thank you so much.